Sweet. So, yeah, we left, and we were originally planning to do 5 days on the way to Mexico. And there was 5 other guys, and I was the only hand cycler, so there's 6 total. My girlfriend Lindsay and my business partner Patrick were in the support car. So that means going 10 miles an hour for like 10 hours a day, every day, in this car, just like watching us. And it's, I mean, I couldn't do that part. I was glad I was on the bike actually for that. But it was really sweet. So the first day we actually hit Yarnell Hill, which was crazy. So there's all the switchbacks all the way down. Patrick clocked us in at like 50, 60 miles an hour even, going down that hill, hitting the turns and everything. So I've never hit anything like that before on a hand cycle, so that was a really fun experience. It was really cool because I've never, like, since my accident, I've never been able to experience like the adrenaline from like snowboarding and other things I've done before. So this is like the first chance that I've had to like experience something like that. So that was really amazing. And so we were planning, like I said, we're planning on doing 5 days, and we stayed at churches along the way the whole time. And then the last day, we rolled into Yuma, and this is our 85-mile stretch. And we rolled into Yuma probably about 5 o'clock around dinner time, and we were about to sit down, have In-N-Out, and relax, and then go to our church and have a good night's sleep for the next day. And my friend Nate and I, we were like, all right, so we really want to get a century, which is 100 miles in one day. It's a biking accomplishment. And so they were like, we talked about it, we're like, we're gonna ride around the parking lot for 15 miles just to say that we did 100 miles, you know, because we're already at 85, why not? So we talked to the rest of our bike team about it, and they're like, don't do that, we might as well just do the whole thing. So we didn't even eat In-N-Out, we just left and stopped at like the Dollar General, duct tape flashlights on our bikes and everything, super ghetto, and rolled out for the rest of the night. And we had a support car behind us, and actually right after we made the decision, we got 2 flats, and those were the only flats of the trip. So we're like, man, maybe we should have stayed back in Yuma, but totally worth it. And as soon as we hit that 100-mile mark, everyone was like congratulating each other, and it was just such a sweet moment. Like, I almost wanted to cry, like it was amazing. And then we got there, and it was 120 miles when we rolled up to the boys' home that we were staying at. And we rolled in at probably 1:15 in the morning. So, but like I said, totally worth it. I've never been so sore in my life, like pretty much after that trip. Like, it was definitely, it was nice to get there that extra day, because we were originally going to get there and the next day start working and putting the roofs on the houses and everything. So it was really nice to have that extra day to relax, and we went to the beach and everything. So that was really sweet. And probably I would say the highlight was actually not riding there, but it was giving away the bikes. And I'm not just trying to say that because that's like a cliche thing to say, but it was actually amazing, like giving away those bikes. There was one family, the parents' daughter was in the hospital, and the dad got in a car accident and couldn't pay for his daughter's hospital bills because he didn't have a form of transportation to get to work. So the bike was going to provide transportation for the dad to get to work to pay for his daughter's hospital bills. And so just like, there's so many more stories like that too, where you know, just giving the bikes away, where us here in, you know, the United States is like something that we take for granted. It's like, oh, let's go on a bike ride, let's, you know, have some fun and go on a bike ride. But there it's like they rely on that to make a living, to like get by and everything. So it's really, really sweet just to like ride those. It's totally worth all the pain, you know, to ride the bikes down and give them away there. So that was really sweet. And then we put roofs on 4 houses while we were there. I got to share my testimony at a drug rehab, which I wasn't ready. I mean, that wasn't planned, but they were like, I know you have a sweet story, like let's share it. And it was really cool because I could relate from my past and be able to share that, you know, with them there. So that was really amazing. So totally, you know, sweet trip, and I can't wait to do it next year too. So
you're already planning for next year?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us, we won't go to next year yet. Let's talk about this weekend. What's going on this weekend?
Yeah, so this weekend there's the Whiskey Off-Road that's coming up. There's a 15 mile, a 30 mile, and a 50 mile. So I'm gonna start by doing the 15 this year. Probably progress, you know, for the years, but the problem is a lot of it's single track, and my hand cycle is about 2.5 feet wide. And so they're actually working on doing a modified version of the Whiskey for me, which is awesome. So the guy that's heading it up, Todd, is you know, working, you know, pulling strings for me. and he's talking to the Forest Service, and they're working with it too. So, but he said regardless, like I'm gonna do it, and he's gonna acknowledge me as a racer. So it's really exciting because I'll be the first hand cycler to do it. It's actually a lot harder than Mexico, in my opinion, just because it's straight uphill the whole way. You know, there's the downhill, which is rewarding and really sweet, but the uphill is going to be really hard because it's all hand cycling, so it's just cranking with your arms, you know, the whole time going up. And my goal is honestly to just do the whole thing without stopping, because it's that excruciating to go uphill on a hand cycle like that. So I'm really excited for it, and I'm actually really hoping that this can kind of pave the way for more hand cyclers to do this next year, because I know that I know about 5 guys in town that hand cycle, and I'm talking to them and I'm saying, you know, let's get you guys out there. So I'm hoping that next year we see like 3 cyclers, and the year after that we see like 5, you know, that want to do it, or 10 or something. So it'd be really sweet to get those guys out and to just promote, you know, disabilities and doing things that people, you know, wouldn't view people with disabilities doing normally, you know. So kind of breaking the stereotypes with that. So I'm really excited to be doing it. I'm just really thankful that you know, I've gotten the opportunity, and that there's so much people that are helping me out. There's going to be a whole group of us that are going. So I got other guys from my church, Discovery Church, and that's actually how I heard about it. So my pastor at Discovery Church has done the whiskey like 10 years in a row or something crazy like that. And he's like, hey, the whiskey's coming up, and he was talking about it, and he was asking me about Mexico, and I was like, dude, you think I can do the whiskey? And he's like, let's do it. Let's figure it out. So he talked to Todd and some of the other guys, and that's why we're working it through right now. But yeah, as soon as he brought it up, I was like, I'd love to do it. You know, I hopped on it and committed, and I'm almost like, oh, why did I commit to this like while I'm training? Because it's been really that hard to train for and everything. But yeah, I'm just really stoked to have this opportunity.
Okay, thank you.